When the King of Malaysia, Mohamed V, married Russian beauty queen Oksana Voevodina in 2018, it shocked everyone. But what seemed like a royal fairy tale quickly turned into a scandal. Just months later, the king unexpectedly divorced Oksana while she was still pregnant with their child. For years, he refused to recognize his son, until recently, but only after one condition was met. What was that condition? Can his son now inherit the throne? And who is his secret wife, who reportedly played a big role in the divorce? Watch the full video to find out. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to get notified as I upload a new video. Let's go on. In December 2016, Sultan Mohamed V became the 15th King of Malaysia, making history as the first single supreme head of state in the country. Unlike most royals who marry young, Sultan Mohamed remained single for much of his reign. His only marriage before becoming king was in 2004 to a Thai princess named Zubaida, but it ended in divorce. During his time as king, Sultan Mohamed was admired for his down-to-earth attitude and commitment to his role. His reign was expected to end in 2021, but in January 2019, he shocked the nation by abdicating the throne, becoming the first king in Malaysia's history to do so. What the public didn't know was that just before his abdication, the Sultan, who was believed to be single, had secretly married a Russian model named Oksana Voevodina. The 49-year-old king's marriage to the 26-year-old beauty queen shocked many, especially in Malaysia, where their relationship had been kept entirely private. Oksana, born in Taganrog, Russia, came from a well-educated family. Her father was a successful orthopedic surgeon, and her mother was a pianist and composer. Oksana grew up with big ambitions. She attended Oxford summer school to learn English and became fluent by the age of 8. After finishing school, she earned a bachelor's degree in economics from the prestigious Plekhanov Russian University of Economics in Moscow, followed by a master's degree in management. Oksana had always been fascinated by the world of fashion. She entered various beauty contests, and in 2015, luck was on her side when she won the Miss Moscow title. Her victory thrust her into the spotlight, and she began traveling the world, working as a model for high-end brands. She had modeling opportunities across Europe and Asia, showcasing luxury brands and living the kind of life many could only dream of. In 2017, Oksana attended a luxury watch exhibition in Europe, unaware that fate had something special in store for her. Sultan Mohamed V of Malaysia, a well-known lover of luxury watches, was at the same event. It was there that their paths first crossed. The king introduced himself, but Oksana didn't believe him at first. After all, how could someone at such a high-end event possibly be a king? But when he revealed his identity, Oksana smiled and responded, "I'm also a queen, a beauty queen." The connection between them was immediate, and they quickly exchanged phone numbers. They began communicating frequently, speaking every day despite living on opposite sides of the world. Soon, Oksana received an invitation from the king to visit Malaysia with her parents, and she flew there without hesitation. During the trip, Mohamed confessed his love for Oksana at a private dinner and proposed to her. Overwhelmed by emotion, Oksana happily agreed, convinced she was living out a fairy tale romance. For the sake of love, she gave up her modeling career and converted to Islam, adopting the name Rihanna Petra. The couple first had a small, secret wedding in Malaysia with only 2 witnesses. Later, they held a lavish celebration at Barveka Concert Hall in Moscow, attended by over 200 guests. This wedding was also kept secret, as Sultan Mohamed was officially on medical leave in Germany at the time. However, just weeks later, photos from the ceremony mysteriously leaked online, likely from one of the attendees. In Malaysia, the backlash was swift. Many questioned whether a Russian model was suitable to be the king's wife. The Malaysian opposition condemned the king's actions and scrutinized Oksana's past. Faced with intense pressure, Mohamed had no choice but to abdicate the throne voluntarily. So the beautiful Oksana became the wife of the Malaysian king and spent the first few months of her marriage living in what seemed like a fairy tale. But, unfortunately, this fairy tale was short-lived. Oksana soon discovered that she wasn't the only woman in the king's life. One day, she answered his phone and was shocked to hear the voice of another woman, his second wife, whom no one even knew existed. Her name was Noor Diana Petra, originally born as Jana Jakubkova from the Czech Republic. She had been secretly married to the king since 2010 but had remained completely out of the public eye, with no media coverage or public appearances. To make matters worse, Diana reportedly had no idea that her husband had secretly married another woman. For Oksana, this revelation was heartbreaking. For Diana, it was a direct threat to her position and influence within the royal household. Soon after, Oksana began receiving threatening messages that left her in a constant state of fear. One chilling message allegedly read, "You should come immediately. I will throw you into a lion's cage because Simba is very hungry." It was widely known that Sultan Mohamed kept a pet lion named Simba on the palace grounds. But the worst was yet to come for Oksana. Her past as a model soon came to light, including her participation in risque photo shoots and, most notably, a video from her time on the reality TV show Vacation in Mexico, where she was seen kissing a man in a swimming pool during one of the episodes. The video was secretly shared by the Sultan's wife, Diana, who reportedly leaked it to the public. The revelations caused a national uproar in Malaysia. King Mohammed himself seemed unaware of Oksana's past, and when he discovered the details, he was reportedly furious. At the time of the scandal, Oksana was pregnant with the king's child. Despite this, he kicked her out of the palace, and she was forced to return to Russia. In May 2019, she gave birth to their son, Ismail Leon. What should have been a moment of joy only worsened the situation. Oksana publicly referred to Ismail as the future king of Malaysia, which infuriated Sultan Mohammed. In response, he invoked the Islamic process of talaq to finalize their divorce. He also refused to acknowledge his son and declined a DNA test, even though the little boy looked just like him. Heartbroken but determined, Oksana moved to London with her son, raising Ismail alone without any support from the king. But as the boy grew older, he started asking about his father. On one Father's Day, while his classmates prepared gifts for their fathers, Ismail asked, "Where is my dad?" Caught off guard, Oksana pretended to call the king, telling her son they couldn't speak because of connection issues. Then, in 2024, something unexpected happened. After years of silence, Sultan Mohamed V finally met his son. He was spotted in London, leaving an expensive hotel with his wife Diana. Moments later, Leon emerged from the same door, accompanied by the Sultan's assistants and a nanny. It was clear that the long-awaited meeting had finally taken place. But this reunion didn't happen without conditions. Years earlier, the Sultan had promised Oksana a one-time payment of $100,000 and a special $250,000 fund for their son, but only if she agreed to strict terms. First, she had to raise their son in strict Islamic traditions, ensuring he was brought up with the values and teachings of Islam. More importantly, she had to make a significant sacrifice. She was forbidden from posting any photos of Leon on social media. Judging by the fact that she erased all photos of her son from her Instagram account, it was clear that she had finally accepted the king's demands. So perhaps one day, Ismail may inherit the throne of his father, as he has no other children. Today, Oksana is 32 years old, and her son is almost 6. She is now a successful investment advisor at a real estate agency and has several business ventures in Russia. She has not remarried and dedicates all her free time to raising her son. Meanwhile, Sultan Mohammed continues to rule over his Sultanate of Kelantan. In August 2022, he formally introduced his wife, Noor Diana, as the Sultana of Kelantan, and she has since accompanied him to major state ceremonies. Do you think Ismail might one day ascend to the throne in the future? Share your thoughts in the comments. And that's it. If you enjoyed the video and want more like it, be sure to leave a thumbs up below in appreciation. And if you haven't already, you really want to subscribe to my channel and tick the bell icon so you get notified as I upload a new video every week. See you in the next video.